Hello everyone, my name is Epic Soren, and welcome back to Stellaris. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar, which would kind of surprise me, with Stellaris, well, if you're new to the channel, that wouldn't really surprise me, because the last time I played this game was over 4 months ago now. So I had an old save file going, but there has been updates to the game, and those save files are no longer usable. So we are going to make a new game, Stellaris Season 2. So, last time we played as the Stellaris Confederacy. These are a few that I have played with and made in my own time. This one I have been slowly perfecting to be the best at everything. I have, every time I play a game, I start well, not every time. I have played a lot of games playing as these people right here, and I've been slowly tweaking the traits and the government style and everything to make it work the best for me, for my own personal play style. So, without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and hit select, because I think I've gotten that to where we want it. We're going to go ahead and set up the galaxy a little bit differently this time. We're going to make it huge again, because I'm just going to whore out as many episodes of this as I can. So we've got the choices of elliptical, spiral 4 arms, or a ring. An elliptical is just going to be a giant disk. Spiral galaxies, you know what spiral galaxies are, it's where we live. And ring galaxies are, they're like a ring with a giant black hole in the middle instead of a finger. Or anything else that you would put in the middle of the ring, like a cat. Or gladiators. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go with a... Honestly, I've never seen a 2-arm spiral galaxy. I've seen elliptical, 4 arms, and rings, and I've seen 2 at smaller ones, but I'm going to go with a 2-arm spiral galaxy on huge. We're going to set AI empires to 39. We're going to give all of them advanced AI starts. No, that would be a terrible idea. We will give, what is that? So including me, that'll be 40 empires. So we'll say 1/5 of 40, which is going to be 8. Yes, 8. So we'll give 1/5 of them advanced starts. Max fallen empires, we do not want to deal with. Actually, you know what? Let's deal with fallen empires. Why not? Habitable worlds. We're going to say 500%, because every planet is habitable enough if you're determined, if you're brave enough. Everything's habitable if you're brave enough. It's kind of a joke off of a Tumblr joke, but I'm not going to repeat the Tumblr joke here for my family-friendly rating. Anyways, AI aggressiveness, we are going to set to low, because, I've never met an alien, but I think I can safely say that in at least some ways they would be similar to us, and that would be not good. But I'm hoping that they would be not as aggressive as humans could be, potentially. Difficulty, the lowest you can go is normal, so we're going to go ahead and bump it up to insane. No, I'm just kidding, we'll leave it at normal. But, seriously, that's the lowest you can go, is normal. Allowed FTL method, I'm going to change this to only warp drives, because I've done a lot of my own research into how wormhole drives and hyperdrives would work, and warp drives, and I think warp drives are the most realistically plausible, at least based on what we know and our current understandings of physics. I think warp drives are probably our best bet at a light speed drive. And I know I'm not playing as humans, so I don't think it matters. Empire placement, we are going to go random. Clusters puts, a bunch of empires right next to each other and then spreads the rest out. We're going to go random, so they'll be all over the place, and I might end up with one as my next door neighbor and then not have any for a long time. We're going to keep that random for now. Advanced neighbors, we're going to keep off, because I do not want advanced AI empires to start right next to me. That would be bad. Especially if they're, aggressive. End game crises, we're going to leave on, just for the heck of it. I'm going to keep Iron Man mode off, simply because every once in a while I'll make a recording and it'll get corrupted, so I'll have to go back and, do a take 2. Believe it or not, it does happen. So we're going to go ahead and hit play. Just like that. Also, I'm still trying to figure out how to get all of my audio issues resolved, so please let me know down in the comments if my audio issues are resolved. Now, allow me to get into character as our ruler, Soren Sledikovic, the Canadian Empire. Get it? Because if you cover up this part, they look kind of like they might be canid. Or, I don't know. They look kind of like fennec foxes, actually. But anyways, in character. In the eons since the first primitive canid communities took shape in the meadows and forests of Canada, our civilization has spread and prospered. There were many dangers as we advanced through the ages, and some of us were still prone to violence during a few of the darker periods of history. Finally, we were brought into the protective embrace of a single enlightened ruler and united under one banner. Now, after the successful creation of several experimental subspace fields, the finest minds of the Canadian Empire have finished development of the first warp drives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp. I'm realizing now I should have left my camera on because I was like doing hand motions and stuff and you guys couldn't see any of them because I don't have the camera on. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, so physics research that we would like to start. Of all of these, we're going to start with a physics lab. We definitely want the colony ship right away and the Corvette assembly yards right away. Bam! There we go. We got some good stuff to start off with. Let's take a look at our system here. Alright. I feel like Are we on a moon? Sweet! I've only ever seen that happen once before, where your starting planet is a moon. But when you've got... Well, I was going to say when you've got a red dwarf star, the moons of gas giants are, theoretically the most plausible habitable planets. But we've got a Class G star, which is a yellow dwarf, and, you can have whichever planet you want be habitable then. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at our surface and queue up some removals. We're definitely going to clear that. And I don't see any other ones that are food spaces, and I don't have enough now to do anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and unpause that, and our research will start going. Crown Prince Ilma Sledkovic as the new heir to our empire and will take our throne when our current ruler dies. Okay, let's find out about him for a little bit. He will be energy credits plus 10 and frontier outpost build cost minus 15 and colony influence cost minus 15. So we want to do all our colonization once this guy dies because monthly influence gain plus 1%. So we're going to store up all of our influence for a while. And fertility preacher, that just sounds strange. Food plus 10%, sure, yeah, let's go with that. Okay, now, science ship. Survey the system. Construction ship can't be doing anything right now because we don't have anything for him to do. I'm going to go ahead and bump that up to fast. And actually, let's make that really fast for the survey. Let's see if we find any anomalies. We've got 10 different objects in our system. No, 11 if you include the star. Hopefully some of them will be mineable too because, well, it'd be nice to have some other resources besides the ones on our little moon. Our little continental world. How many spaces did we have again? 18. Okay. So, okay, that was cleared. We've got some stuff now. I'm going to go ahead and start clearing the sprawling slums because those ones are the cheaper ones to clear, and we've also got, all the resources on there. We've got all the research points on the industrial wasteland, and that's a little more expensive to clear. So I'm going to save that for later. I'm going to clear that later. Oop, can I not? Oh, 37, okay. Almost there. There we go. Clear the blocker. So those will go away, and we'll be able to...
System survey complete.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and hit pause, and now we are going to hop out into the galaxy map mode. I'm going to tell my construction ship he's not going to have any resources to build right now, so I'm not going to tell him anything. Never mind. We're going to zoom out. Oh. This will be interesting. I did say 2 arms, didn't I? Alright, so let's see where we are right now. The green dotted line is our sensor range. So inside of our sensor range, I cannot speak. Inside of our sensor range, we have 2 other stars, and we also have one that we claim as our space. So our system, I can't talk suddenly. What's happening with my brain? Okay, so we have the stars that we claim as ours are Canis, Rana, what is that? Avacania. That's how I'm going to pronounce that, because I don't have any better idea. And that's even worse. Fahir. I don't know. Anyways, so within our sensor range, anything inside our green dotted line, which will be any habitable planets or spaceships that we have, we will be able to see potentially habitable planets in those worlds. There's 10 different types of planets. There are 3 different types of dry, wet, and frozen habitable worlds. And within those, there are varying levels of dryness, wetness, and frozenness. The 10th type of world is a Gaia world, which would be like Earth, where at every latitude there is not every latitude, there are all of the things needed for any kind of plausible life on Earth at different areas in different places on the Earth. Wow, what is wrong with my brain? Why can't I speak? Anyways, so I can see that there is a continental world over there and an ocean world over there. And those are both going to be around 70 to 80% for us to colonize. So I'm going to go ahead and have our have our science ship survey. Try and say that 3 times fast. Science ships. Gosh dang it. Science ships. Never mind. Don't try and say that 3 times fast. We're going to have our science ship survey this system so that we can see if there are any habitable planets in this system. Okay, I got it out. So I'm going to go ahead and hit unpause for that. And he's going to warp over there real quickly. And did you see our green sensor range bubble increased a little bit? We're going to have a lot better of sensors from... Ooh. We have recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Avacania 2. From what we have translated so far of their language, we have learned that these aliens call themselves the Irasian Concordat. Why? They were an interstellar power that held sway over this region of the galaxy a little over 1 million years ago. They appear to have been 6-limbed mammalians, and there are several references to some sort of plague called the Javorian Pox, which swept across the Empire with devastating results, possibly leading to their extinction. Interesting.
Updated.
The discovery of alien life. Wow. The Jalnu... Why? Why did I pick this phonetic alphabet? Why? The Jalnurmon has made a startling find on Avacania 2. The planet is teeming with alien life. For the first time in history, we have encountered life forms that did not originate on Canada. This amazing discovery has silenced those who believed we were alone in the universe. Although none of the alien creatures found on Avacania, that planet, are sentient, it is likely only a matter of time before we encounter beings that are. We may not be alone out here. Society research gained. Cool. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and close the galaxy map, and he is going to do his surveys and stuff. Oh, okay. So that's just, people are saying, look, there were other intelligent species here, they were here 1 million years ago, but still, that's really cool. So now everyone's freaking out about it, and research is dwindling. Okay, so this is... Sorry, what was that? Our first humbling steps into the void beyond Canada were not motivated solely by curiosity or a desire to conquer the unknown, or a need to leave our mark on the galaxy. The biosphere of Canada has undergone rapid changes in the past few centuries, and prominent scientists warn that Canada may be faced with the beginnings of a mass extinction event that cyclical purging of life that is inseparable from planetary existence in the greater cosmos. A research plan has been put together to study a number of planets rendered uninhabitable by a magic. Come on, tongue work. A research plan has been put together to study a number of planets rendered uninhabitable by a major astronomical incidents or planet-bound catastrophes. We hope that by reconstructing these events, a similar fate may be avoided for Canada and the Canid race. There. It falls to you, as the King of the Canadian Empire, myself, to ensure that this expedition is carried out. Consult the situation log for details. For a Canadian future!
Situation log updated.
So basically, now we've got a bunch of planets that we need to go research, and if I were to highlight them on the map, they would likely be like this far away from us, like in that ring, like that, and I don't want to go all the way over there. So I'm going to go ahead and slow the timer down a little bit. Actually, we need more materials before we can do anything right now. I'm going to bump it up a little bit till we've gotten stuff surveyed. This is the ocean world, right? We have no idea what the habitability there is. And now we do. Alright, so I'm going to hit pause again. Scientist has gained a level. Okay, cool. We don't care. Good for him. The rocky world with a nitrogen, oxygen atmosphere and a significant hydrosphere. Oceans cover up more than 90% of the surface, with scattered islands making up the remaining percentage. So it's basically Hawaii, if Hawaii was the entire planet. And it's a small planet. Well, I mean, it's a moon of a barren world, but there is some minerals to be gained on that barren world, so it's not totally barren. I'm going to go ahead and hit unpause this one. Rocky world, blah, blah, blah. Active There are signs.
System survey complete.
Ancient precursor civilization. Well, yeah, they're probably the Irasian, was it? Anyways, great landmasses separated by oceans, so kind of like Earth, except more tame. Debris from what must have been a massive orbital installation has been discovered above Avacania 3. Artifacts recovered amongst the debris have confirmed that this space station served as the headquarters to the Irasian Concordate's Authority of Disease Control some 1.2 million years ago. The Irasians were far more susceptible to alien diseases than most known species, and the budget of their public health institute nearly rivaled that of their military. Despite this, even as an American, you need doctors and to cure diseases. Sure, military, good, but not dying from plagues, even better. I would think this would be common knowledge, people. Despite this, surviving records show that their entire species perished from the Javorian pox. Interesting.
Situation log updated.
Alright, so system was surveyed. We've got stuff building up. I'm going to bump that down one. We're going to tell our scientist he has to have skill 5 or higher. Well, dang. Alright. Well, in that case, I will have him survey this system. That doesn't exactly seem like the most reasonable path, but okay. There's not much going on here. There's an arid world here, though. So he will survey that, and then we should go back here, and now I discovered this just the other day when playing this game on my own spare time. If I tell my construction ship to build a mining station around, I can build all of them from the galaxy map. Instead of just queuing up one at a time, I can queue up all 3, and he will go build one there, where we can have one, and then he will go build one there, where we can have one, and he's already building one there, where we can have one. So we did get some energy credits from our home system, but not much else. So, yeah. So here's to hoping that Rana will have a habitable planet too. I did set habitable planets to 500%, so chances are more than likely every star... Well, chances are very good that most stars will have lots of planets. At least one habitable planet. I saw a system the other day.
Survey complete.
I wish I had taken a picture of it. Okay, so pause. 30%. So for you to colonize a planet, the habitability has to be 40%. The base habitability for our species would be 20, except I gave them the adaptive trait, so habitability is plus 10%, so that's good for us. I was going to give them extremely adaptive, because that's 20%, or is it, maybe it's 25%. Anyways, but because that basically means that all planets that are habitable are colonizable. Anyways, so we have no reason to bother with that world right now because we can't inhabit it for another 10% worth of research. I'm going to go ahead and tell you to go survey Rana now and hit unpause again. So when I pop this menu open, when I select the science ship, the yellow bubble is where he can warp to. Or is that a she? I don't know. Does our species even have genders? I feel like our species would probably have genders. Oh, look at that! We probably do have a habitable planet there. What is it? Is it continental? Oh, yes! So our species originated, if we go back to Canada. There we go. We originated on a continental world. So continental worlds are going to have the highest habitability for us. This one is an alien continental world, so it would be 80 because we have the plus 10%. It's 90. Over here on Rana, this one, I'd be willing to bet that we're looking at 75 to 90% habitability for our species. We only have the one species in our empire right now, so we don't have to worry about that for now. Anyways, I forget now that I'm thinking about it. What are our other... Okay, so we're charismatic, sedentary, so that's fine. We don't really... I very rarely migrate or resettle pops. Very adaptive, so that is good. I kind of used these to offset each other. I wanted my leader lifespan to be a long time, because those are the only ones that really matter, and I know that sounds really bad for our peasants, I suppose, but the leader... Well, I would assume that all of them would have plus 30 lifespan. I also made them slow breeders, though, so that's, like, growth time is down, but they live a long time, so that's good. And then continental preference. So there's our base stuff, which is all going to be plus 10%. So continental 80, tropical and ocean 60, desert 20, 20. Yeah, everything else pretty much going to be 20. Gaia worlds are obviously going to be 100% because they're all 100%.
System survey complete. Alien situation updated.
Alright, now I'm curious. Are they... Can we... Nope. Alright, let's send the science ship over here just to go see those. Because I'm curious what other aliens we might have in here. Oh, they're going right for our home system, apparently. Alright, so let's just have you return. What are these? Gone, apparently. I bet you they are the... Oop, nope. Come on. That is the one I want. Research that. Alright, so, now that we've got a lot of stuff going on...
Complete.
Perfect timing. That was, like, really perfect timing. Okay, so, this has 1 energy and 1 mineral, and that is good diversity. Right now we need some of both. So I'm going to go ahead and have him build those things over there. Science ship. Let's see, the next nearest star... Can we get to this one? Because if we can, then that's how we get to the other arm of the galaxy, is that one. Oh my goodness! No, no, no. How do I stop that? Return. Okay. Oh my goodness. Go all the way down here and then back. No, we don't want to do that. Come on. Just make your range a little bit higher. Alright, so let's go for Ophel. I don't know how to pronounce that, so that's what I'm going to say. At this point, we've been playing for a decent amount of time, 23 minutes and 30 seconds to be specific. So I'm going to say thank you guys for watching, and we are going to get more in-depth into this in the next video. For now, this has just been, you know, our origins and getting the basic lay of the land, but it's not really land, it's space. So we're getting an idea for the space around us right now. There we go. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. As always, I love you guys. Peace. Bye.